I'll be showing 4 new features in Teams for Education. This includes the new AI-powered flashcards and fill-in-the-blank activities that you can attach into your Classwork units, AI-enhanced feedback and grading, and a whole lot more. So let's get started. The first new feature is Create with Copilot when using Classwork. And a note, this feature and the other 3 in this video are available to all educators with any M365 license. So I'm signing in to Teams for Education as an educator. And I'm going to go to my Classwork module here in the Civics class. I have a set of 5 modules I've drafted out for the American Revolutionary War. I'm going to go into Taxation Without Representation. And here's the draft module. I want to add some content. So I'm going to go to Add Resources, and there's a new Create with Copilot button, and I will click this. This pulls up the Create with Copilot, and this is very similar to the Teach module in the M365 Copilot. So we've brought many of those same capabilities into Classwork. So I can attach flashcards, I can attach fill-in-the-blanks activities. Very soon we're coming out with matching activities. You can even generate lesson plans. So we'll quickly just show what that looks like. This is a lesson plan, so I could give it a subject. The Stamp Act, I can choose grade 10. We have many different languages to choose from. You can give it a quick description. You could add content, so you could attach documents or PDFs. You can even add standards. So in this case, we have standards from across all 50 states and many countries around the world. I've chosen the Washington State Standards, grade 10. You can choose a subject. I've got social studies, the strand, history. In here, I'll expand this one and I can choose about the causes. So here's a couple of standards I'm going to add. And then the lesson plan duration, we'll make this 60 minutes and click generate. And AI will draft out a very nice lesson plan for me. So I've got all this information, I've got tone, length, etc. I can add it right to the module right here. I could save it to OneDrive if I want. We're not going to add it right now, but I'm just going to close. That just gives you a quick tour of lesson plans. I think what is really interesting though is being able to add flashcard packs attached to the resources in your module. So I'll go here for flashcards and we're going to paste in the learning content. This is all about taxation without representation. Again, I could add additional grounding content if I had a Word document or a PDF lesson plan. You can choose the language, flashcard type, term and definition. You could also add question and answer and even multiple choice, and you can sort of mix and match what you want. I'm going to do term and definition and question and answer. You can also add a hint on each card if you want. I'm actually going to uncheck that, so no hints for the cards, and I'll click generate. So it very quickly generated 4 different cards right here. I'm going to actually generate 5 more. So now I have 9 flashcards. I could easily reorder them like this. I can drill into one and I can edit the front side or the back side. I could also add an image really easily. We're just going to keep this simple. Now I want to preview what these look like. I'll hit preview. And here you've got a full preview of those flashcards. So taxation without representation. If I click on the card, it flips and shows me the other side. And if I know this one, okay, I know this. This is what the student would see. And then it goes to the next one. Again, just click and you can flip. There's also the option to shuffle the cards. You can start over again. And then there's some keyboard shortcuts. So it makes it really easy to go through those flashcards just with arrows. So we'll go flip through these really quick just to show what it looks like at the end. At the end, the student will see how they did. So 78%, 7 out of 9 correct. These are the ones I'm still learning. I could start over or I could just retry the ones that I missed. So I'll exit preview mode. Great, so these flashcards are ready to go. I could go and tweak them with AI to say, update it to use more precise vocabulary. I could change the card type. I could, again, add hints or not hints, but we'll just say save activity. Great, it's been added to the module. I'm going to return to the Classwork module. So now you see that flashcards are attached as a resource for this Classwork module. Again, we'll go back here, plus Create with Copilot. There's a new one called Fill in the Blanks. This is also a new learning activity that's rolling out right now. I have my content here. I've got language, content format. We're going to leave difficulty as medium and just do generate. So here's a fill in the blank activity. We'll just leave it at 1. You could generate more and I can do play. And now I've got a full fill in the blank activity. So I can drag and drop and move these. I'm just going to drag these really quick just to show how it works. Great, I'm all done. Hit check. Oh, I got them all wrong. So I'll continue. So a nice fill in the blank activities, similar to flashcards. You get a nice little summary of how you did. You could retry. You can start over. In this case, though, I'm going to exit preview mode. You can also edit these directly. So if I go into edit, you could even add another distractor. So right here is a distractor to distract the students. So we'll add in 4th of July as a distractor. So I'm ready to save this activity, hit save. It adds it to the module just like the other one, and I will go to return to module. Now I've got a flashcards and fill in the blanks activity to my Classwork module, and now I'm ready to publish it, and we'll hit publish. Now when the students open this up on their side, they will have some learning activities to go along with the Classwork module that you've published. The second new feature is using Copilot to create quizzes in Teams for Education. And this is integrated into all users of Teams, so no matter what license you have as an educator, you will get Copilot quizzes. So click Create and choose New Quiz. And now I'll choose Add Quiz. So I'll put in the details of my draft content. So I've got in my draft content, there are some ideas here to give you prompt examples if you'd like. You could also attach files for grounding, so you can add different files and add that to the grounding, but we're just going to keep this simple and hit Go. So we're keeping with the theme of American Revolutionary War. You've got the correct answer already called out. You also have an answer explanation. So if you click this down, there's the core question, key information, explanation. In this case, it's multiple choice and it calls out what the right answer is. There are some open-ended questions. You can go and check for correctness, but this is a really speedy way to get a nice draft up. You can choose to include answer explanations for this quiz or not. So I could uncheck this. You could tweak your prompt. And this is the prompt I had. You could ask for more details and tweak the entire quiz. You can regenerate, and you can go and delete and add your own questions. So it's a really nice way to speed that process up. And if you regenerate, you've got a 1 of 1. So this will give you different drafts to choose from. So let's say in this case, I'm going to regenerate. Maybe I want to take another shot and hit regenerate. So I regenerated. This is 2 of 2. If I want to go back, I just go like this, and it goes back to the first one. So you can flip between those two quizzes. Let's say I like quiz number 1 the best. I'm going to hit keep it. Great, now my quiz is ready to go. And Copilot's going to review the form and ask for any refinements that you might want. So it's analyzing right now. Oh, it has 5 suggestions to the form. Let's check the details. Oh, enable practice mode for the quiz. Oh, what's practice mode? I don't even know what that is. Great, I'm going to apply and turn on practice mode. Clarify and energize the form description, refine some of the questions and words. Oh, apply a colonial themed background. Okay, let's try that. Oh, they're little 4th of July sparklers. I like that one. Okay, we'll say keep it, boost your response. So there's a lot of different things that Copilot can suggest that you do. So we'll say finish reviewing. You know what? I think this is actually pretty good. So I'm all set. I'll hit done. And now that quiz is attached to this assignment. So a really quick way to let Copilot speed up your quiz creation. The third new feature is adding standards to AI rubric creation. So I'll go to create and choose new assignment. Now on the right, I'll choose add rubric. I will choose create rubric using AI, and we'll give it grade level 10, English language, and we'll keep the topic with the American Revolutionary War. Given a description, now add standards. So we've got a bunch of different standards. I showed those earlier in lesson plans. Many countries, 35 countries, and the link is in the description to check if your country is covered. I've got Washington State. We'll set it to grade 10. We've got many subjects. I've chosen social studies, and then choosing, in this case, history. And we'll expand H2, understands and analyzes causal factors that have shaped major events in history. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm going to check these standards, and now I will click add. Okay, here are the standards that have been added, and now I'll hit next. Rubric scale, we'll leave it right here, but you could choose others. There's some criteria to evaluate. We'll say accuracy, thesis statement, and use of evidence. You could add your own criteria as well. And now generate, and now the standards are included into this rubric. Great, so it has generated a rubric here, historical accuracy, thesis statement, use of evidence, and this is going to be standards aligned. I'm ready to go, and I'll hit attach. So now this rubric has been attached to this assignment, and it's a standards aligned rubric. The fourth new feature is using AI to speed up feedback when you're grading papers in Teams. So I've got an assignment here, essay on the causes of the Revolutionary War. We're going to open that up, and it looks like Alex has turned his assignment in. So here is his essay, and let's say I've gone through his essay. It's okay, but there's some issues with it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add in some bullet point feedback that I'm going to write myself. Okay, here's 4 bullets. I'd like to have this turned into some sentences to be more flowing of feedback. Right here, there's feedback with Copilot, and I will choose enhance feedback. So Copilot goes through and takes those bullets and turns them into feedback. And okay, we're gonna read this. This looks a bit better. I can choose to keep it. Maybe I want to adjust it. Maybe I want to change the grade level. Oh, it's at 10. I could make it earlier, 6, 12, university. So you can change the grade feedback level. And it's coaching right now. Maybe I want to make it more instructional. So now it's going to regenerate from a coaching style into instructional style. Okay, great. And again, just like you saw in quizzes, I can check the different versions. So I can go through version 1, version 2, and version 3. And I can describe changes specifically here and send that. Or I'll just say, you know what, this looks good. Let's keep it. And now I've quickly added feedback. Now related, you can also take a rubric and summarize the feedback there. So I'm going to delete this right here. And I had a rubric that was attached. So I'm going to open up the rubric. And here, I know the student did excellent on the thesis statement. This one was fair, analysis, and organizational structure was poor. So now I'm going to hit done. And I'm going to say summarize rubric as feedback. So it's going to analyze what I just marked in the rubric, and it's going to summarize that and draft up some feedback. So the thesis statement was strong. Some of the organization was a little poor. So it kind of maps what I marked in the rubric and then puts it in here. And maybe I want to adjust it and I'll make it more coaching. It's going to regenerate. Essay would be stronger if I worked on organizing your ideas, etc. So I'll hit keep it. And it's just a quick way to summarize that rubric feedback that you marked up. And now this is ready to return.